So I guess we're doing this again. Oh. Welcome back to my Eclipse drinking game, where the only person making worse decisions than Bella Swan is me. Ignore the glitter glue that hasn't dried yet. The rules are: drink every time Edward slut-shames Bella. Jacob is shirtless. Bella is torn between Jacob and Edward. Jacob says leech or bloodsucker. Skin is referenced. Bella talks about Edward's breath. Edward makes a decision for Bella. Bella flexes what she's reading. Someone breathes dramatically. Take a shot when you learn about Jasper. Marriage is mentioned. There's sexual tension between Edward and Jacob. The word grimace is used. Charlie gives good parenting advice, and an unexpected girl boss moment happens. But here's the thing, I'm a lightweight. The last time I did this challenge, I only got to page 144, so if I'm planning on finishing this book, I got 485 pages to go, so I gotta institute some game show rules. I got glitter glue on me. Phone a friend. I can call anyone in my contact list, and they have to drink for me for an entire chapter. Mercy, where I get to stop drinking for an entire chapter. And trivia, where if I get a Twilight quiz question right, I can stop drinking for a chapter. So I left off on page 144, but the thing is, I don't remember what was happening. Nothing really happens in the Twilight Saga, so I'm pretty sure that I can just keep reading and figure it out. Bella, he began. What now? Well, don't be offended, but you smell like a dog. Why would you say that? Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, of course it was Edward. I know it's not on the board, but I just got a drink for that. Like, Forks was neutral, just like Switzerland, just like me. So is Bella creating an illusion between vampires and werewolves and the Allied powers and the Axis powers during World War II? So which one is rocking with the Nazis? Do we think like the werewolves or the vampires? The first official drink is Edward leaves town, so he bribes Alice to kidnap Bella for the weekend, so they're having a little girls' night sleepover. But still, that's a drink. Alice, don't you think this is just a little bit controlling? Just a tiny bit psychotic, maybe? I don't understand how to describe to you the joy I feel right now. This is beautiful. This is everything I've ever wanted. Not really. Not really. The 1 second Bella gets a breakthrough, she's thwarted. It wasn't so bad, except for the fact that I was being held against my will. We're really off to a great start. So Bella calls up Jacob and says, sorry Jacob, I have to cancel our plans. And Jake says, stupid bloodsuckers. Can't you have a life when he's gone? Or does he lock you up in a coffin? I laughed. I don't think that's funny. I'm only laughing because you're close. He's gonna keep me here till Sunday. I think Bella should just beat the shit out of Edward. I think that would solve everyone's problems. Guy, this doesn't bode well. If I'm already resorting to violence this early on in the video, this is not gonna end well. Rosalie says, you know, I saved Emmett from a bear that was mauling him, but can you guess why I stopped the bear from eating him? He almost lost to a bear? I guess it's a girl boss moment for saving your man from a bear. That's a hard call, though, because I do believe I could win a fight with a bear. I'll just drink anyway. So Bella's on 24/7 watch by the other Cullens while Edward is out of town. And Jacob, while Bella's at school, steals her away so they can finally have a conversation. I remember what you said about the psychic leech and her not being able to predict what I'm about to do. So Jacob took Bella from school, right? And they're just like chatting. And Bella goes, so like, what's the hot goss? And Jacob goes, one of my friends imprinted on a girl who was 2 years old. Jacob says, try not to be judgmental. Really trying to think my way through this one. Can't. Impossible. Hey, try not to be judgmental, but my girlfriend is 2. If your friend is chill with you trying to imprint on a 2-year-old, that's bad. That's just bad. Quill imprinted on a 2-year-old? It happens, Jacob shrugged. But she's a baby, I protested. Quill's not getting any older. He'll just have to be patient for a few decades. No, it just really makes you think. Huh. You're making judgments, he accused. I can see it on your face. It's not like that. You've got it all wrong. Quill will be the best, kindest big brother any kid ever had. There isn't a toddler on earth that will be more carefully looked after than that little girl. And then when she's older and needs a friend, he'll be more understanding, trustworthy, and reliable than anyone else she knows. And then when she's grown up, they'll be as happily as Emily and Sam. No, guys, it's not creepy. He's just gonna pretend to be a brother figure until it's socially acceptable to pursue her romantically. But I'll never see anyone else, Bella. I only see you. Me personally, that doesn't make me feel good knowing that you could drop me for a 2-year-old. But, I guess that's just me. Maybe I better go home, I whisper. No, you have the whole day off, right? The bloodsucker won't be home yet? Jacob just learned about Bella's plan to become a vampire in a few weeks, and he goes, he's going to change you into a filthy bloodsucker in just a few weeks? Edward shows up back from his hunting trip while he was holding Ella hostage. Ella? Who the fuck is Ella? Edward shows back up from his hunting trip after he's been holding Bella hostage, basically by proxy all week, and she goes, I could almost taste the sweetness of reunion in the air, a separate fragrance from the perfume of his breath. I am baffled by this makeout scene. How are you going to have such a graphic makeout scene and then dedicate the book to your children? See? Right here. Right here. This is what I think them making out sounds like. Edward says, I was just trying to illustrate the benefits of the bed you don't seem to like. Don't get carried away. Edward is such a... What's a word he would understand? 18th century word for whore. Okay. Edward is such a strumpet. And you know what? Edward doesn't have to continuously blue ball Bella. That's a tongue twister. Blue ball Bella. 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 Anyway. Ugh! Where did this tolerant Edward come from? I didn't sign up for this. I want to hate him. I don't want to like him. Can you please go back to being a bad person? It was so much more fun that way. Yeah, maybe it's easy to trick Bella into thinking that Edward's changed because she has a 5th grade reading level, but not me. Okay? You're gonna have to prove it, Mr. Sparkly man. So in the last chapter, Edward said that he'd rather Bella be dead than a vampire. Obviously, she stormed away because who says that? And then he leaves a message on her phone like, I'm sorry, Bella, I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it, which is what men always do. Charlie took a message, and then Charlie goes, excuse me, you're not gonna call Jacob back? And she goes, no. And then Charlie goes, that's not very attractive behavior, Bella. Forgiveness is divine. I want Charlie to experience any situationship. I want him to walk a mile in my shoes. Forgiveness is divine? Babe. You have no idea what divinity is. The fruit from the vine is revenge. Pure and simple. Is Jacob paying you for all the PR, or are you a volunteer? I fear that's just simply a good line. Okay, I'm on chapter 10, and I'm pulling out my phone a friend. Do you want to come over here and take a shot?
Come over here and take a shot?
No, I'm filming a video. I can't come over to you. You have to come over to me. Hello, friends that I have phoned. Mm-hmm. Would you like to take a Twilight shot?
You know what? I will.
Sure.
Okay. I love that the lights add to this.
Yeah, I feel like it really adds some.
I think it does.
Do you have a chaser? Do I have a chaser? Here. Well, I'm 214 pages in, nothing has really happened. So a random vampire breaks into Bella's house when she's not there and like steals a red shirt, which I don't know that significance yet. So everyone's going, oh my god, like someone's trying to kill Bella, which like when isn't someone trying to kill Bella? When someone's not trying to kill Bella, Bella's trying to kill herself. I would have taken a drink for Jacob being shirtless or half naked, because Jacob was bare-chested. How low do you think his low-rise jeans are? So Edward shows up and he's like, did you fight with Jacob? And she's like, no, I didn't fight with Jacob. Why? I was just wondering why you stabbed him. Not that I object. Is that really what it said? Oh, I was just wondering why. You think I just made that up? Okay, your chapter is over and thus your obligation has expired. So you can go back to your homes. Very sweet. So we're getting all this backstory about the werewolves, but the thing is, I just don't care. Like, I really thought about it, and I just don't care. What were you reading? I muttered. Wuthering Heights, he said. Oh, Christ. Besides, the more time I spend with you, the more human emotions seem comprehensible to me. I'm discovering that I can sympathize with Heathcliff in a way I didn't think possible before. Just had to pour myself a little something. The thing is, though, out of everyone, I do believe that Edward finds Heathcliff to be the most relatable, considering he held Bella hostage for the last few, 4 chapters? No, guys, you don't understand. Like, the way that Heathcliff, abuses people and blackmails people and commits grave robbery and theft and animal abuse, it just really speaks to me. It speaks to a deep part of my soul. And then she has us read a whole passage from Wuthering Heights. So that's another drink. The thing that annoys me most about the Twilight series, the thing that is genuinely like an itch under my skin that I can't scratch, is how awful the literary comparisons are that Bella tries to constantly make. The last book, it was Romeo and Juliet, and she was like, but what if Juliet liked Romeo and Paris? What if she liked Paris too? Great question, Bella Swan. I'm so glad you asked. It wouldn't be Romeo and Juliet. You can't just change the entire plot and go, you see the literary allusions? Do you see the literary allusions? Because when you change everything about the book you're comparing yourself to, it makes no goddamn sense. Anyway, I think we should kill everyone in this series. Bella wants to be a vampire. What's new? She goes, Carlisle promised, I mumbled, after graduation. Not until you're ready, he said, and definitely not while you feel threatened. I mean, but I agree with that one, so... I'm not sure if it's the character development or the liquor that's making me like Edward a lot more. He's talking about why he doesn't want to turn Bella into a vampire, and he goes, for me to allow this, to let you become what I am just so that I'll never have to lose you, that's the most selfish act I can imagine. I want it more than anything for myself, but not for you. I want so much more for you. Giving in, it feels criminal. It's the most selfish thing I'll ever do. Even if I live forever. 4 shots in and Edward's finally starting to seem likable. I mean, I sat very still, absorbing this. Edward thought he was being selfish? Well, it's not exactly subtext. We should kill her. Not like I hate her or anything, but I think that doing that would effectively stop her from making any bad choices. No, wait, hear me out. Okay, so this is Bella Swan. You can tell because she has Wuthering Heights right there. Her eyes are shut, so it's obvious that she's not reading it, right? And then there's me, and I'm just happy to be here. Does that look like a knife? Okay, so my plan is to use this weapon to chop off Bella's legs and then arms. And then maybe I'd take out her eyes just because she's not using them anyway. And effectively save her from herself. I think that's a really good plan. Oh my god, wait! I forgot wait, hold on. I have something for you. I bought this shirt for this video. I can't believe I forgot. Check it. God, this is so funny. So Edward is explaining for the millionth time why he doesn't want to turn Bella into a vampire. And he goes, can you see my side, Bella? Even for a little bit? And she goes, and for 1 second, I could. I saw myself in a long skirt and a high-necked lace blouse with my hair piled up on my head. Okay. Can we take a drink for that outfit being ugly as hell? Maybe that's why Edward doesn't want to turn you into a vampire. You have no taste, Bella. None. The thing is, Edward, in my mind, marriage and eternity are not mutually exclusive or mutually inclusive concepts. Oh God, now she's taken the time to be progressive. I leaned closer to read the front page story. Seattle terrorized by slayings. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Serial killers, blah, blah, blah. We all know they're vampires. We don't... do we have to do this? Guys, we're getting Jasper's backstory. This is not a drill. We are getting Jasper's backstory. Jasper says, when I was human, I lived in Houston, Texas. I was almost 17 years old when I joined the Confederate Army in 1861. I just don't know what to say to that. What do you say to someone when they tell you that they enlisted in the Confederate Army? So, he was a human when he enlisted? That makes it worse. My military career was short-lived, but very promising. See, that's not the thing you want to say to people when you're admitting that you were a Confederate soldier. So wait, Jasper gets turned into a vampire in the middle of fighting the Confederate side of the American Civil War, and they still lose. They had a vampire on their side and they still lost. Wait, am I reading this wrong? I have to be reading this wrong. So not only was he a vampire Confederate soldier, he was a leader of a subsect of other vampire Confederate soldiers. And they still lost? Jasper's explaining more of the vampire Confederate soldiers, and he's going, we were all male. Maria wanted soldiers. Are you sure that's all she wanted? Who said that? Who said that? Okay, so Jasper is done with his backstory, but my question is, how do you move forward after your friend just told you that he was a Confederate? I would just scream. I would scream until my lungs shriveled up inside my body. What? What? Maybe I'm not reading it right. Maybe I need to look closer. How does she have no reaction to that? Imagine being hunted down by pseudo-Confederate vampires and you have to cram for your high school finals so you can graduate. Honestly, if I had a vampire boyfriend that lived for like hundreds of years, I would definitely make him put on a wig and take my high school finals for me. I didn't want to be practical. Don't worry, Bella. We know. God, we know. What, 324 pages into it, we know. I tried to imagine telling my parents that I was getting married this summer. I'm going to die. Bella only hates marriage because it's plot convenient. She only hates monogamy because it's plot convenient. In reality, she would be begging on one knee to be married to Edward Cullen. Trust. You know, I have some friends that are about to take a Bella Swan cliff dive if they have to live through one more situationship. I'm sure they would love to have your marriage issue, Bella Swan. Oh, wow. Wowza. Jacob just confessing his love to Bella? Okay. I mean, this really didn't come out of nowhere. I mean, we're 330 pages into the third book of the series, so I don't know why I'm pretending to be shocked. Okay, I know we're in the middle of Jacob's big love confession, but I really want some cheese, so I'll be right back. That's just beautiful. That's more touching than anything I've read so far. Whoa. So Jacob goes in for a kiss. Bella tries to say no. And then it's his lips crushed mine, stopping my protest. Team Jacob is losing me rapidly. Because when Bella and Edward kiss, it's confusing and disorienting. At least she wants it. I pretended I was a statue and waited. Finally, he let go of my face and leaned away. Are you done now? I asked in an expressionless voice. And he deserves it. Bella tries to punch Jacob because Jacob was like mooching on her when she didn't want to be mooched on, right? And then she breaks her hand on Jacob's chiseled body features. and he's acting like it's her fault. Bella, you broke your hand. Now stop dancing around and let me look at it. Okay, tough talk from someone who falls in love with a fetus. Yeah? Oh, but we don't want to talk about that. Bella could genuinely not be more clear about not wanting to be a romantic interest for Jacob. I don't even know how Jacob is delusional enough to consider himself an option. She doesn't want you. So after the whole forced Jacob kiss debacle, Jacob drives Bella home to Charlie, and Charlie goes, "What's wrong with her?" "She thinks I broke her hand," I heard Jacob tell him. "How did she do that?" asks my father. "She hit me," Jacob says. Charlie laughed. "Why did she hit you?" "Because I kissed her," Jacob said. "Good for you, kid," Charlie congratulated him. That's crazy. How does every other character in this book fumble the bag so hard that I have to root for Bella and Edward? I don't want to do that, but you're sitting here making me. I mean, it's just so disgusting. Edward is talking to Jacob, and he goes, "If you ever bring her back in damaged condition again, if you return her to me in less than perfect condition than I left her in, you will be running with 3 legs. Do you understand that, mongrel? And if you ever kiss her again, I will break your jaw for her." "What if she wants me to?" Jacob drawled. "If that's what she wants, then I won't object," Edward shrugged. "You might want to wait for her to say it rather than just trust your interpretation of body language. But it's your face." Like, since when did Edward fuck like that? I'm just asking. I'm not even joking. I started reading the same chapter over again because I forgot what page I was on, and I didn't realize it until like 10 pages in. Mercy. I'm using my mercy. Please. Yeah, there's some sexual tension going on between Edward and Jacob right now. Maybe they should imprint on each other. Did you ever think of that? Sorry, no, I'm just looking at how much I have left to read. No, I'm just generally filled with a sense of despair. It's fine. Damn it, I grumbled. They're allowed to swear in here? I didn't know that. Is this about the bloodsucker in your room? God. This whole plot point with Jacob is genuinely making me so depressed. Like, it's so sad. Take a hint, dude. Come on. Cut your losses while you still can. "Hold it," Jacob ordered. "What is coming?" Alice turned. "Our kind, lots of them." "Why?" "For Bella. That's all we know." "Hold on. Sound the alarms, guys. Is something finally happening?" It only took 378 pages. 378 pages. I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh, hey, the werewolves and vampires are teaming up. Besties. I love that for them. Next step is to get married. Edward wants someone who can commit Jacob. Bella can't give him that. So the vampires and werewolves are teaming up because I guess both sides are horny for Bella Swan. And Carlisle goes, "My son Jasper has experience in this area. I'm sure you can apply this to your own hunting style." Yeah, I'm sure you can apply being a Confederate soldier to your hunting style. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work real well. The pack thinks it would be helpful to be familiar with each of our scents, so they don't make mistakes later. Sam sniffed at Carlisle. "Okay, y'all are getting freaky. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for Omegaverse Light. I mean, if you're gonna do it, commit to it. Which of these men is getting pregnant?" Who just got licked? What? Jacob just licked Bella, and I don't... Oh, God. Jacob and his old reliable. "Okay, bloodsucker." Chapter 19, I'm calling on my trivia lifeline, because good God. Alice, Edward, Bella, and Jasper are playing chess. Who wins? They played chess? When? This is going to kill me. Guess I gotta keep drinking. You know, it's only a hell of my own making. They're talking about marriage again. I'm gonna die. Put me out of my misery. How many times can you talk about the exact same thing? I feel like I'm being tortured by the CIA. Except like Edward Cullen is the head of the CIA. And this is some kind of like water drip torture. Just continuous, everlasting. Let's clarify your prerequisites for turning me into a vampire. You know what I want, Edward said. Matrimony. Yes, to start with. Okay, now Edward and Bella are just in a who's edgiest competition, so I'm not inclined to finish this. In fact, I'm gonna go throw up in my bathroom. So, I guess, what have we learned today? Well, with enough vodka, any annoying love interest can be tolerable. Also, if you're a confederate, just find the right found family. I guess they won't care. And last but not least, any Ivy League will take you, as long as you're a main character and your vampire boyfriend has a lot of money. I'm gonna go puke. Have a nice day, everybody. Stay safe out there.